And a dream come true for me. Coach at Queens. Here we go. Frank Tyndall was a great man. He was a funny guy. He was a role model. And Chuck, don't you tell Frank anything about what I said here. Chuck is, of course, Frank's son. And I treasure those moments with Frank. How many people here have tried feed tabs this morning? Thank you.
Okay, yay!
No biggie. I get over this hurdle, I'll talk for 45 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Queens has been a great place to coach. Young people, when you guys were young, were wonderful. Even when I was mad at them. And we lived through a lot of trial. Each one worse than the one preceding it. And football is, to me, so emotional, I can hardly talk about it, that I actually, by the end of the season, when the ball was put away for the winner, I would virtually have a physical collapse. And my energy would go whoosh. And I hated to get in the room where I could draw the curtains and I would sulk. To put it mildly. Norma and the girls lived through that, and she still supported me, which is amazing. Anyhow, one of the strongest supporters was a gentleman by the name of Father Hennessy. Henley? Henley. Thank you very much. When you get old, you lose your mind. He was a Toronto grad, elderly gentleman, great football fan. And since I mentioned that this morning, he would call Frank after every home game and tell him what was wrong with his team. Which takes a lot of courage to say to a man like Frank Tyndall. When I came, he gave me a break and didn't call me until Sunday. And in one season, where we went to the Bandy Cup semis and lost to a superior physical team, he called me. He gave me a week's rest, and then he called me. He said, "I'd like to go over and talk to you, Doug." And I said, "Well, Father, I'm not a good guy to talk to at this stage of the triumph of the stage." And he insisted that he go over and talk to me. Well, I said, okay. He came in, I met him at the door, took his coat, hung it up. And he gave me this pep talk, really good talk. And I'm thinking all the time, only 3 more years to go. And eventually he said, "Well, I must go now." So I got up and got his coat for him, hung it over his shoulders. He turned to me and he said, "Well, Doug, you've done a pretty good job for us so far." So he had everything in perspective that I didn't have. It's been a wonderful ride. It's been a family. Thank you.